Cinema.
Welcome back to War with Cinema. I'm your host, Greg, your local metalhead. With me is
Par the Collector. What's up, everybody? For the videos, for
Right.
people that watch.
So what are we doing today?
We are doing the movie Green Room.
Right.
And it came out in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
The cast, Anton Yelkin, which, rest in peace. He passed away, which was really sad watching him because he did a great job in this movie. I don't want to break into it too early, but he did a great job in this movie. And it was just sad because, I was like, man, we don't get to see any more of this.
Right.
It was great. And Joe Cole, which is in Peaky Blinders, which I'm trying to get you to watch, man. It's fucking great. He plays one of the brothers.
Right. I've been wanting to watch it, but we just started up Nip Tuck.
Oh, I love Nip Tuck, too.
Really?
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, because
I got the first, 4 seasons on DVD
nice.
if you want them.
She, we're halfway through the first season last night. She's like, I wouldn't expect you to like this kind of movie because it's very, soap opera-y. So,
Sorry, I was texting my drug dealer. I'm kidding, folks. I don't do that. I'm just kidding. It was a good laugh. I was trying to get us views, bro.
Right.
Use that as a tagline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
texting drug dealers?
The DEA's at our door the next day. So, what was that shit you were talking the other day?
Let me see your phone. Let me hold your phone.
We were your 29th view. And, yeah, we didn't, we got you. But, yeah. Anyways, what was I supposed to be saying?
You were talking about Peaky Blinders and the cast.
The brother, the cast, and he's great. What the hell? I just had it.
Maybe we'll do a couch potatoes on Nip Tuck when we get done with it.
Oh, you should definitely do that. Let me come back for that. Holy fuck nuts. How did I fucking lose that quickly?
Well, the director is very important too, so don't forget about him.
Yeah, I'm getting there. All right. In 2015, okay, Anton Yelchin and Imogen Poots. And she's a good actress too.
She was good.
She killed it in this movie.
Which one was she? The redhead or the blonde?
The blonde.
She was my favorite part of this movie.
Dude, she fucking saved the day.
She was.
I don't want to give it away, folks. But
right, but this is my second time watching this movie because it's a hard watch. But she was my favorite part of
it's
this time around.
It's just such a fucking brutal movie, dude. But Patrick Stewart, the great Sir Patrick Stewart.
I know. I was really surprised when I seen him in this.
Elia Shawkat, she's a good actress.
Mm-hmm.
She's been in some stuff. Joe Cole, Macon Blair, and Callum Turner and stuff. They're lesser known guys, but that was the main cast for the most part. The movie is about a punk band.
Who was the director?
Oh, sorry, Jeremy Stilemer.
No,
What was it? I got it this time.
I can't remember his last name. Selnier.
Selner, Steinerler, or something like that. Jeremy Saulnier.
Selnier. Yeah,
Saulnier,
that's what I thought.
yeah.
It's just the reason that's important is because we watched Murder Party.
Oh, fuck yeah, I found it. All right, Greg. How much money do you think this movie costs?
Actually, I don't know that. How much do I think it cost?
This feels good, dude. I like being the one.
Hey, I like it too. I don't have to worry about pulling shit up.
You
with
can
my
just
phone.
focus on drinking. That's
Yeah,
great.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, man. I'm anything to help out more.
I want to say like 8 mil to make it.
Close. 5.
That's what I was gonna say, but I'm like,
it's a good ballpark figure, right?
yeah.
Box office.
Oh, I didn't do well.
You don't think it made its money back?
3 mil.
Well, I mean, it's a Netflix movie, right? Oh no, it's not.
No.
It was before that.
Mm-hmm.
3.8.
Nice.
That's U.S. Well, it just says 3.8 million U.S. dollars. So I don't know if that's worldwide or not, or if it even released worldwide.
Right. So, little backstory. I follow movie reviewers, and one of my favorites is Red Letter Media. I'm sure people know about them. They're super popular.
Mm.
And they were talking about this movie and reviewing it, and it sounded like something I would be into. So we ended up watching this movie. I think it was on Netflix when I watched it, and I was kind of blown away by it. Like, it's the first movie that I've seen like this, just brutal and despair, and just like, I loved it. And I went back and I watched Murder Party. I loved it. And then I just watched Blue Ruin for the first time, his second movie, and I fucking love it too. This dude is like on his way to be my like new favorite director.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I like this one better than Murder Party.
Oh yeah, Murder Party's just like a fun little people
Right.
getting together making a silly movie, but like he started taking his career serious on Blue Ruin, and then expanded it on this one.
I had to say, I love Patrick Stewart,
Mhm.
but I didn't love him in this movie. It was kind of hard to ignore the fucking British accent, and he's supposed to be a neo-Nazi backwoods
Right.
dude in fucking
I mean,
I
but
forget what state they're in, but it's not somewhere a British dude would just be chilling. Like
but he killed the role. Like he did a good job.
he did the best he could. I mean, hide that shit, but like, and then he was trying to put like the twang in it too. Like I don't know.
So what is this movie about anyway?
The movie is about a punk band,
Right.
Anton and them. What the hell? I don't know why I can't think of his character's name in the movie. Pat.
Mm-hmm.
It's Pat. That's awesome. I'm definitely keeping this. Yeah, Pat and Sam and Reese and Tiger. The singer is Tiger.
Right.
Pat is the guitar player, so is Amber. Or one of them play bass. Does the chick play bass? Or
No, she played the
plays
guitar and the guy
He
played
plays bass. Okay. And then Cole is the drummer.
Mhm.
Joe Cole is the drummer. Reese, and they're just doing like a pop up, like just wherever gigs they can get, low budget. Hop in a van. Let's go try to make some shows happen. Punk band, and they're like real against the establishment. They only put their shit out on vinyl. And
They're really against like internet and like social media and stuff.
yeah, because
They think it's very like raw and in the moment that needs to be experienced.
the music with the fans. Like, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, he's like, you play a live show, you get that energy, and then it goes away. He's like, and that's how music should be absorbed.
And then it fucking cuts to them playing a show with like 8 people. And he's like, turn that shit off. Tiger, turn that shit off. This dude's
Oh, 'cause
the
they're
one
recording
guy
it.
is recording him, like put it online, and he's like, turn that fucking shit off.
Yeah, we don't want to be known, but that's the punk life, so I get it.
Yeah, I don't. The only movie with punk shit element that I've seen other than this was SLC Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen that movie?
No, we were talking about it
Bro,
on one episode.
you gotta watch that fucking movie.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
Yeah, we gotta watch that.
Because it has, what's his name from Final Destination?
Matthew Lillard.
Or, no, I thought it was the other guy.
No, it's Matthew Lillard.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
It's the guy from
Something-
Without a Paddle.
Oh, okay. But anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, this punk band, they're on their little tour. They're run out of money, and the gig that they play, they were supposed to get like half the thing, and they only had like 8 people, so they made like $6.
Well, they had a show set up, and then it got shut down because of,
Fire codes. Or
yeah,
some shit.
some dumb shit like that. So that's why they had to play in the cafe and make like what he said, $6 between the 4 of us, so $24.
Right. That's what he said. That backs up to $6 a person.
Right. So they're pretty pissed off at the show. The guy that sets up all the shows.
So he's like, "Let me make it up to you."
Mm-hmm.
My cousin, he's got this place, guaranteed show. How much does it pay? $350.
Right.
Which $350 to them is like, we hit it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're good because they're just like a, broke band trying to make it, I guess. But anyways,
That's just the life for some people. Like we were talking before I hit record. Like this is the life that I would have loved to have. Just in a van with all my closest friends,
I
making
thought that
music.
as soon as I watched this movie, bro, I was like, man, Greg would love to fucking live this life in his 20s.
It was, but the thing is, I like being at home. I like
Yeah.
being by myself sometimes. I can't be around too
You would
many-
love to be a starving artist without the starving part.
Right.
So
So
that's fine, bro. You work hard for your shit.
I am
so.
envious of the people that drive around and do these shows because, like, these guys are down on their luck, but they're living their dream at the same time. So
It's like when they make it, those are the people that you're like, fuck yeah, man. Good for y'all.
right,
Like, they did what they did.
they're
bro.
putting in the work.
Exactly.
So I'm envious of people that can do that, and I would have loved to do this in my early 20s, but I'm 34, so that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Nah, man. It's just mortgage and work now, man.
hmm
But,
But at least we get to do this.
fuck yeah, dude. That's what I was just thinking on the way over here, man. And that was a fucking monsoon on the way over, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, you saw it, and I was like, fucking rain, sleet, or shine, baby, we grind. Like, fuck, I ain't missing an episode. I look nice, man. You see, man.
I see you got
put a
your
little
polo.
collar shirt on, man. You know, got my good shorts on.
Right. I got a new Crowbar shirt.
Yeah, I had probation before this, so I was like, already looking all right. So You don't want to look like shit when you go see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
You better tell them you're joking because
Well,
you don't want people to really think you're.
I did the last time, so like it just gets funnier if the more I do it, the less I say like I'm kidding.
I mean, with all the tattoos, it's not far fetched. Like I get it. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was watching this movie and I was like, man, I could be mistaken for any one of these motherfuckers. Like, I was like, Jesus. I'm not racist. I love people. Like, but I was watching this movie like, fuck, bro. Every one of these dudes was like, that could be me.
So they go to this they go to this
It was like
bar to play a show, and
out in the
what
middle of
is
the
it?
fucking nowhere.
And who are the people they're playing for?
Oh yeah, neo-Nazis.
Neo-Nazis.
Which he tells them before they go.
Right.
Like he's like,
but it's $350, so it's like,
and then they're just like, fuck it. But and then the great part about it is the guy that plays bass is Jewish, so I don't know. It's kind of like a fuck you too, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
They got some balls. They go up there and they play, and the first song they play is Nazi Punks. I don't know if that's a real song.
Dead Kennedys. But it's a real song. Nazi Punks, fuck off.
Yeah. And they play the shit out of that.
I thought it was pretty funny. It made me think of stand-up comedy because I was listening to stand-ups talk about like routines and stuff like that. And they said the funnest thing to do is go out and say the most like crude shit you can to like piss everybody off and then try to reel it back in. And that's what they do. They go out there, play Nazi Punks, they play the whole song, and then they're like, all right, now you're in for a real treat, and they play a song that goes hard as fuck, and then everyone starts to dance. I'm like, that was pretty like, I don't know,
it's like
funny.
we fucked with you, now you can like us,
Right.
yeah.
I don't know, I thought it was pretty.
Yeah, it lets you know a lot about those characters in that moment, because like you wouldn't think, like, you don't know if they suck or not. The movie starts with them waking up from a night of drinking and driving, which isn't a great message, but they wake up in a cornfield.
Oh, I did love that cut. They put on a record, and then they're like, and then they get some beers, and then like immediately it cuts to the record skipping. And then they're all like waking up from their drunken slumber.
Shit, yeah.
I thought that was a cool little cut. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah. But anyways, they go and they play the show and everything's normal. Like a couple people were like, fuck you and shit.
Right, but
This
they had a
one
good time.
menacing motherfucker walking through the crowd.
Spits the beer at them.
Spits the fucking beer at them when they're playing Nazi Punks.
Right.
And I was kind of like, when I saw it, I was like, all right, well, obviously this guy's going to be like a bad guy in the movie or whatever. And they go back to the dressing room, and the security guy is like, all right, man, I got all your shit for you. Y'all good? Like, y'all can go get your money and get out of here.
Yeah, they left all their equipment in the hallway. They go grab their money.
And she old girl, the guitar player, she's like, I left my phone and the charger in there. And Anton or Pat goes, I'll go get it for you. And he goes in there. There's a girl laying dead on the floor,
right, with
a
knife
fucking pocket knife in through her temple.
Mm-hmm.
And a little blonde Nazi chick, and the chick on the floor, you can tell she's into that shit too. And she's all crying like, help, call someone, please call someone.
Yeah.
And the dude that spit the beer at him while they were performing, he's just sitting in the chair like looking at him. And then there's another big guy, he's looking at him. And the bodyguard was in there,
right,
or whatever, and he's like, oh fuck, told you stay away. And he grabs him, and then they stop him in the hallway, and they got guns and shit. And like, y'all can't leave yet, y'all are fine, we're not gonna do anything, we just gotta take care of this before y'all can leave. So they put them back in the room with the dead girl and the dudes that just killed her.
Right.
So it's a very tense off rip. Like, I'm even with them, I'm like, oh shit, this is crazy. And so they sitting there talking or whatever, and the Nazi dude goes out of the bar and across the street where they got like an office, like a
little trailer,
yeah. That's an office, And he goes and sees the guy sitting at the desk, who I guess is like the money guy, and he's like, I need 600, and he's like, 600? He's like, I just gave you 350. He's like, I need 600 for cops. Or for a witness or something.
No. He said someone died. Someone killed or something like
someone
that.
Died. Yeah, somebody got killed.
There was a murder, yeah.
Shit. Yeah, I know. So they pay, because old boy, when he sees the dead girl, he just dials 911.
Yeah, he dials 911.
Somebody got stabbed. There's been stabbing. And so they got two of these kids go out there. These two little skinhead kids go out there, and one of them stabs the other one a couple times. And he gives them $600. He's like, if you go to jail, we'll double it.
Right.
You know, keep your mouth shut and shit. You shouldn't even go to jail, whatever.
Yeah. So the cops investigate, and then they leave, and then
They go back in there, and they're like, the cops have left, and they're like, why? We were supposed to tell them. I was like, it's an accident. Don't worry about it. We're going to get you guys out of here and shit like that. So then they come back in, and the band that was headlining was it Cowhead or Cow Killer or some shit like
something
that.
like I don't remember honestly.
But they all walk out, and the dude that killed the girl is last, and he turns around, and he's like, "Hey, what was the name of that second to last song you played?" He said, "Toxic Evolution."
Yeah.
It's fucking hard. That's what I did her to. Pretty good song. And then turns around and walks out like he didn't say shit. Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. And I forgot that he pulls the fucking pocket knife out of her fucking head.
Oh, right, because the girl's like, "There's no blood. She's not really dead."
She might be alive. Like,
right. And then he pulls the pocket knife.
He drags her about 2 feet before he yanks that bitch out.
And then he puts his like boot on her forehead to pull the knife out, and then he's like, "There it is." The blood's spilling everywhere.
It's fucked up.
It was fucked up, but that's like
Which,
nothing.
I'm not going to do it now. This is a little thing, but this right here is what pissed me off. This is one of the only few complaints I had that pissed me off with this fucking movie, dude.
What?
You'll see. I'll bring it up when we get to the end.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, you're just gonna leave me hanging, like.
No, man. No, it's we drench in drama. Fourth wall break. But anyways, yeah. So
it's the band.
the band leaves, and then they leave the big dude in there with them.
Right, and I love this fucking line. He pulls out a gun. He's like, "These aren't bullets; they're cartridges. There's only 5 of them because they're
That's how
too
much
big
the
for
fucking
6."
cylinder is.
It's like, holy shit, that's fucking hard.
The bullet is what'll be lodged in your fucking brain after I shoot you with it. Yeah.
I love that part. That was such a good part.
That guy's a good actor. He's been in a couple things.
I was gonna say I've seen him in a few other things.
He usually plays like a creepy ass motherfucker
Right.
or whatever he's in.
He's such a big dude.
He
He's
is.
fucking bear of a man.
He used to be bigger. Like,
Yeah. You can tell he's lost some weight.
But anyways, so the Patrick Stewart, he's like the guy that nobody's talking about. He's the owner of the bar.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like head honcho, the whole
And
operation.
he's like the head Nazi guy or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, I need 6 red. He's only red laces. And he goes, then I need everybody else out of the building. Shut the power off, and then turn it back on.
Right.
And most of the crowd, like 90% of the crowd, is like skinheads and shit.
Mhm.
So they don't have to really worry about who saw these people, but they don't. There are still a chance that somebody took a phone or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was trying to look up Patrick Stewart's.
Oh, his name.
Yeah, in the movie.
Mm. I was surprised when I seen him in this movie. I think this was a really like odd choice because he's played so many.
It surprised me too, man. He must have just really loved the script or the idea or something.
Mhm.
But yeah, he did a great job. It just I don't know, like
I love that character, that like calm, collected, evil guy. Like I don't know, it just really works.
There it is. What's this dude's name? Darcy. I knew it was Darcy. Because, dude, like every Nazi dude in any modern shows, the dude's name is Darcy.
I wonder why.
I don't know, because on Sons of Anarchy, the leader of the Nazi guys on that was Darcy.
That was another thing you told me to watch that I haven't watched.
Oh, Sons of Anarchy's fucking awesome, bro.
It's just like every fucking like.
It's like Sopranos with like on motorcycles. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
It just seems like every douchebag is into that show, but
Does it?
I don't know. I just like
Not now. I'm a fucking douchebag.
you are a douchebag though.
What the fuck? Cock.
Just fucking with you. No, but I've just had some like. It's kind of like people that are into ICP. It's like I don't really want to hang out with you.
Dude, like, what is this? Fuck Nick Day? Like, Jesus Christ. God.
We've had this conversation. Don't act like we haven't had this conversation.
There's nothing wrong with ICP, man. Millions of people love them. Like,
I love that episode of
Workaholics.
when they go to the fucking Juggalo.
Yeah, man. Like, Juggalos for the most part are cool people. Like, they don't have any problems.
They're the nicest people, but
they have some people that are wild the fuck out, man.
yeah,
They're shot out of a fucking cannon,
right.
For sure.
But that's what I'm saying is a lot of the people that tell me about Sons of Anarchy are those same kind of people.
Yeah.
Nothing against them. It's just.
But you know what's great is I've been to 2 ICP concerts, man, and I would tell you I don't have anything bad to say, other than I got hit in the head with a trash can once, but that wasn't that big a deal. I was young. I shook it off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've never been to an ICP show, but I was too young to really like get into that scene. I was around 11, 12 when I was into ICP.
Yeah, when I first started listening to them in 6th grade, somebody gave me Riddlebox, and I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, I was hanging out with my cousin, and and he was in his 20s. He was quote unquote babysitting me. And we went over to his buddy's house, and his buddy was obsessed with ICP. Like, he had all their posters, like, lining his walls.
That was me for a while.
Yeah, and he put on ICP, but he put on the Ned game. And I'm like, oh, I've heard this on the radio. But then he started playing me some of their other songs. I was like, oh, this is pretty funny. So that's what got me into him when I was like 10, I want to say, 11, somewhere around there.
Yeah, they're great.
And I listened to him up into, like, high school, and that's when I got into metal. So
I love the Joker's cards, man. Those are good albums.
Honestly, I go back to them sometimes just for a good laugh because they're fucking funny.
I still own them all.
Right.
So.
I got my CD case stolen. All the ICP albums that I owned almost all of ICP plus Dark Lotus, Twisted.
I probably bought them their fucking summer homes in Upper Michigan because, like, I have like literally almost all their albums.
Yeah.
Like, without a couple of like things.
I'm right there with you. I had their
I even got Forgotten Freshness.
there you go.
I got all 4 of those.
I had a couple of those.
Their EPs, fucking Terror Wheel, and fucking Beverly Kills, all that shit.
Right.
Nah, man. I mean, I still listen to them every now and then.
Right.
But yeah, it's not that I don't know. You grow up, I guess.
Yeah, you kind of grow out of the, like, it's funny and all, but
it's different because, like, when I was younger, like, I was in a different mind state then, and, like, I was a lot more angry and shit about things, and, like, that music kind of felt like a way to laugh and still, like, be angry.
Yeah, you're totally right, because when I was in the 6th grade, I found out about Eminem, Slim Shady. His album came out, and it had that, like, anger, aggression.
Yeah, I was one of those
but
rare people that loved both of them. Like, that didn't want it. Then, like, when they went at it, like, that kind of sucked.
Yeah, me too.
Because I was like, I fuck with both of y'all. Why can't y'all just chill the fuck out? Like,
right.
y'all are 3 white guys from Michigan that are in rap. Like, chill the fuck out. What's the worst thing that's gonna happen here?
Exactly. But
y'all might bitch slap the other one. Like,
yeah, when I seen Violent J in an interview, he had his fist taped up, and he's like, "This is for Eminem." I'm like, okay, you kind of lost me. Like, take it back a little. But yeah, I grew up I heard Eminem, and that's what kind of like springboarded me onto ICP because it's the same like idea. It's just funny but aggressive.
Right.
Anyway, I don't know why we went on an ICP tangent.
I don't know, man. It was kind of cool though. Like, we just started talking about it. But yeah. So I think that's probably what happens. You grow up and you get less angry. And
yeah, I'm listening to like fucking calm ass.
Oh no, I still listen to angry trap music and shit like that.
I listen to angry metal, so.
I don't know. I do other shit too, though. I like softer shit now. Shit that I would have never have listened to back then.
Right. I appreciate Pink Floyd a lot more nowadays in my later years.
That's how I am with certain other people, like, who I've been loving more lately is, like AC/DC and shit like that. Like, it just sounds better now because you're getting older. I don't know.
No, you're not wrong. You get to appreciate, like, you hear things back in the day and you're just like, why do people like this? But then you grow up and you understand what
you live a little bit of life, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
The words hit different, your ears different when you're older, you know? I love soul music too. Like, I've been getting into old soul and R&B and stuff. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Like Marvin Gaye and Otis Redding and shit. Yeah. I like some good soul music. But, anyways... So they are all back in the room. See how I brought that back like that?
That was not a good fucking segue at all.
So,
But I appreciate you trying to get back to the movie.
the Nazi band leaves the green room,
Right.
and it's just the band and the big guy, and
Mhm.
that all that stuff with Patrick Stewart happens. They kill the cops. He gets there. He tells them like, we can't let these people go. We're gonna have to kill them.
Kills cops. What?
The cops come and they leave, and then
Okay,
they're like,
you said they killed the cops. They do not kill the cops. The cops
I
just
meant
leave.
to say they got rid of the cops.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And they can bring in the killers, the dudes with the red laces, which is a thing.
Oh, is it really?
Neo-Nazi. Yes, I actually know that because I watched a lot of Gangland, and they had a big Nazi people on there. What, bro?
Is that how you know?
I fucking love Gangland. I watched every episode of that shit.
I was gonna say you just know from experience.
No, you know. No, I'm not a neo fucking Nazi, even though I look like every fucking guy in this movie. But either way.
But no, I was actually wondering that. Because I kind of figured, like, since he played the Dead Kennedy song, I'm like, he probably takes a lot of this from, like, real life
Yeah,
experiences.
it's more of a, it's like you're a made man. Like you've killed somebody, you've spilled blood for them.
Yeah,
So yeah.
Right, because he gives the other guy laces, like, halfway through the movie. He's
It's like,
like,
you've more than earned these. He's like, this is just for cleaning up or whatever.
right. So that's what I figured. So they take down the big dude and take his gun and get him to, like,
Yeah, but it didn't have any bullets there. Or they got the bullets from.
no,
him?
they took the bullets out. Like,
because the dumbasses were about to give the gun back,
Mhm.
and
Oh my god, can we talk about that part? So they drop the big guy, they get the gun, and then they try to negotiate, and he's gonna give the gun back. And this is
like a fucking
probably
idiot.
like the worst part of this movie for me. So talk me through this.
So he's getting ready to give the gun back, and when they all got dragged back into the room,
Mm-hmm.
the girl, she's wearing big boots, and she kicks the shit out of the door, and it's got one of those vents on it, those old vents,
All right.
and she kind of breaks it open to where you can see out into the hallway.
Yeah, you can
And
see.
she's looking out through it, and they can't see. They don't know or don't pay attention to the fact that she can see them.
Mm-hmm.
And you only see Patrick Stewart, and he's talking really calm to him and making it, sound like, yeah, you just need to give us that illegal firearm,
Right,
so
he's
we
making
don't have to
negotiations.
kill you.
Right.
And they're like, we'll trade the gun for a phone, and he's like, can't do that. We always could kill you. He's like, all I want to do is get rid of that gun,
Right.
and we can move forward.
Yeah, they're like, we'll give you this unregistered gun for a registered gun. He's like, sure, let's do that, because that's gonna happen. But
Right.
she's looking through the vents, and what does she
And
see?
as she looks to the left, or he goes to open the door,
And it pans.
and it pans out, and you see dudes with red laces.
Right.
She's like, they're gonna kill us, they're gonna kill us. And he tries to pull the gun back, and because they're trying not to kill them, they're trying to make it look like dogs got him.
Right.
So they just start slicing this man's fucking hand off.
Dude, they pull. Well, the thing is they pull his hand out, and you only see him with his arm
Yeah.
sticking out of the, and he's just screaming for like bloody murder.
Because he's holding on to the gun, and they're trying to take it. And then the singer, he pulls like a fucking tiger, pulls like some kind of metal rod or something off.
Yeah, it was a thing
And
that
he's
dropped from
fucking
the roof.
stabbing at the dudes that he's like up above him trying to do that because he's a tall
Right.
guy. And old boy is just holding onto the door, screaming for bloody murder. And finally he lets go.
Mm-hmm.
And they pulls it back in, and his fucking hand is just hanging off at the wrist, like
barely hanging on, and like up his arm.
Just-
It's just fucking
just like they were just fucking whacking his fucking arm with the fucking
blade.
knives and
Yeah,
whatever.
it was fucking brutal because like
It was.
I can't imagine.
And all there was in there was like some dirty ass like rag, like towelette that's just like, you just looked like filth. And he's
Right.
just wrapping his shit up in it. And
Mhm.
it's fucking brutal.
It is a brutal scene.
Yeah. And from there on, now they don't have the gun. And they got old boy. And they put him in the thing. And somehow they're still talking men to like, we're going to still come in and we'll trade him or whatever. And then we'll let y'all leave.
All right.
And while they're out there, they're like, we're going to fucking die. We're going to fucking die. And old boy, the big guy, he tries to escape, and they end up fucking killing him.
Mm-hmm. Can we talk about because they try and choke him out, and he passes out.
But he comes back.
He wakes back up, and he chokes him out again.
And
And then the
kills him.
fucking blonde girl, what does she do?
Oh,
She has a box cutter.
well, yeah. Well, they made him empty his pockets, and he
Yeah.
broke his phone real quick before they could,
Yeah. Because he knows that's what they want is a fucking phone, so he grabs it and breaks it and throws it down. So
Right. But he had a box cutter and like a couple bucks and shit like that in his pockets, and so he fucking chokes him to death, and they're
right,
like,
and they're like,
like-
how do we know he's really out? And she fucking takes a blade and runs it up his stomach,
just
like
fucking all that shit.
opens him up like a fucking frog.
Yeah, really, like a fucking deer that you're skinning.
Exactly. And it was like the reason like they did Murder Party, it was kind of like gruesome. And that was kind of his shtick, is they love the effects or whatever. But this is really where he gets to like take those effects and turn it up to fucking 11.
Oh, well, the fucking budget for him definitely went up.
Right.
So
That's what I'm saying. He's just relishing in the thing that he loves, and
You
he's
tell
just
it-
making it as gory as fuck
just
because
for no reason, bro. But it was like, I don't know. So I don't know. Later on, it got to the point where I was like, man, it's just like at the point where like, are you overdoing it? Like,
well, that's what I was talking to my talking to the wife about. Is like the first time I watched it, it was a very like shock factor. Like, fuck me, what else can they do?
oh no,
kinda
I
thing.
definitely felt it.
Right, but then I watched it the second time. I'm like, okay, the shock factor is off. So now let me enjoy his like actual directing, and he's a great director. Like, this is a really good film. Just the dialogue and everything else.
I really thought Anton brought this one home.
Mhm.
Like, I thought him and the blonde girl, like I can't pronounce her name for shit.
Right, but she did such a good job. Like, my favorite scene
They were
is-
literally the best of the movie.
Right.
And then Patrick Stewart did a great job too.
Yeah, I think so too. But there's sometimes when you like see her and you just see the evil in her eyes, where she has evolved. Like, she's past the girl crying in the corner to like, I'll kill anybody that gets in my fucking way.
Yeah. She's definitely the only reason they make it out of there. As I said that, I was like, she saves the whole fucking day.
Right.
Like, for real.
So they open the girl up. They're trying to do the red laces, trying to get a plan together, and they finally get out of the room. And
Yeah, they start busting through the floor, and then of course there's a fucking heroin factory underneath it.
right, we were watching
She's
it.
like, "This is why we can't leave. This is why they're gonna fucking kill us. Like, nobody can know about this."
Right. The wife was like, "There's a meth lab down there." I'm like, "They're neo-Nazis." It's like, that's all they got.
Yeah, she's like, "It's fucking heroin."
Hating black people and making meth.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't go for meth either, because I was like, heroin doesn't seem like some shit they would do.
No, it's definitely a crank. Should have been doing crank, because that's where the name crank came from. Is they would hide the drugs in the crankshaft of their motorcycles.
Wow. Oh yeah, because like bikers were like the first people to make that shit, weren't they?
Yep.
Well, them and people say Hitler had a form of it. They gave to
I'm sure.
Nazis in Russia.
I'm sure he did, because it makes you feel superhuman. So,
Well, that's what they said, and they were in the dead of winter. So he's giving them meth to keep them up, keep them moving.
yeah, but they weren't. They did not have the life experience of those fucking Russians. They tried to take over Russia, and
Oh,
Russia
yeah.
fucking mowed them
I was just talking
down.
to somebody about this today because I love the History Channel
Yeah.
or the Hitler Channel, depending on who you talk to. But like, I think World War II was fascinating.
It's
And
super fascinating because
The more you learn, you still don't know everything. So.
I think about the same thing because I constantly come across like World War II things that I didn't know about. But that was one that fascinated me, is they tried to take over Russia, but they couldn't handle the
The
extreme
Russian
climates.
winter. Yeah.
But the Russians were like, "This is fucking Tuesday,"
Yeah, we wash our balls in ice water. Like, this is
Right.
nothing.
and they mowed them the fuck down.
And
So they're like,
Stalin, if that was like his best weapon, was how he inflicted fear into the people of Russia. Like he said, you scorched earth. That's what you leave these people.
right, and that's why Green Bay is like the best team, because they can play in all climates.
What the fuck?
What? Because they play in such harsh winters. They
Gargle
can.
my balls, bro. The fucking Packers suck, dude. How dare you segue into that shit?
Did you switch over to Tampa Bay
What?
because of
I've
Tom
never
Brady?
been a Tom Brady fan, bro. I fucking hate Tom Brady. Cowboys fan, dog, through and through.
For life.
You don't let this Warriors hat fool you. Fucking Cowboys fan, dude.
I don't know.
People
I-
know that.
Whenever I think of like harsh winters, I always think of Green Bay Packers. Because people try and go
Because
and
of the Ice Bowl.
right, because people try and go and play in Green Bay and they're like, fuck.
You know who won in Green Bay?
Hmm.
Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did that shit all by himself. one man versus 11.
Yeah, is that what it was?
Now there was the 10 dudes standing out there with his team's jerseys on, but they didn't do shit.
And when he was done, he went and beat dogs.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
I mean, he paid his fucking dues, bro. He went to prison. He did his time.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't like he killed people. I don't like.
Doesn't matter.
I don't like hurting animals any more than you do, bro. But like, it's not like he killed
Unforgivable sin. Unforgivable.
For real?
Yes, unforgivable.
So you don't think he can get into heaven because he killed dogs?
He won't get into my heaven.
It's not like he killed babies, bro. It's dogs. Like, I
think you should like
I
bring this home a little bit.
Huh?
I should bring it home a little bit.
Oh god.
No, I get it. Like, he didn't kill people, but I still don't think it was.
It was not a good thing. No.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree with it. I don't support it.
Right.
But I mean, he did his time, bro. He came back a better quarterback. It was like he went to quarterback camp, not prison.
I need to fucking segue.
You're the one that brought up football, dog. You know how I am about football. Anyways.
You brought up Michael Vick, though.
Yeah, but Michael Vick's a fucking Hall of Famer. Like, not yet, but he will be.
So they get out of the room, and the dude has a fucking pit bull that's been lifting weights his whole puppy life.
Oh, dude, he fucking pays for this dog, man. Oh, my God, which leads me to the next brutal-ass fucking scene. And this is where I was like, oh, my God, dude. Poor Tiger. Gets his fucking face, throat ripped out.
Fun fact, whenever they did the scene in Murder Party and he has his jaw ripped open, he actually wanted to have that same scene in Murder Party, but they didn't really have the budget for it. Right. So he like brought it into this movie.
That shit was crazy too, because the fucking dingo ate the fucking crank.
Yeah.
Get the meth. The really big bag of meth. That guy was the best part of that movie, man.
He was.
I only brought cocaine. Dude says, nah, man, fuck that. I don't have enough cocaine. I want the big bag of meth. Go get it. Go get it. You got time. Hurry. Go get it.
Right. So the dog, like, tackles Tiger and, like, starts chewing on his neck. And
Ripping
the thing that
out.
fucks me up is you can see his, like, lip quivering, like, even after. Like, would you live through that? And then you just bleed out? Like, I couldn't imagine.
If the dog didn't.
Like, hit the proper jugular?
I mean, he did, but, like, you still have to bleed out. Like,
Yeah. Like, so brutal.
not a good way to go.
It's kind of like, and then the other guy, I think it was the bassist, tries to get out through the window.
No, it's the drummer.
Was that the drummer?
Yeah.
Tries to get out through the window, and they're just ready.
Fuck out of this, man.
They're just ready. They're like, they're about to come through this. So, and he jumps through, and they just stab him in the back. And then later on in the movie, they drag him to the front, and they're like, "Is he dead?" He's like, "Well, he's bleeding out." He's like, "Let him bleed."
He
I was
said,
like,
no, he
"Fuck."
asked him, he goes, is he breathing? He's like, sort of.
Yeah,
He's like, good. Let him bleed. It's
Right.
good for the time of death.
exactly. And that's fucking
Cold.
Like, that's the part that kills me about, like, I don't know. I'm glad we live in the age we do instead of the age of torture from back in the day, because, like, just bleeding out torturously is, like, the scariest thing to me. Like Vlad the Impaler. Have you heard about him?
Yeah.
I'm sure you do. You know, you've watched the History Channel. He just slowly lowers these
That's
people.
where they got Dracula from.
Yeah, exactly.
He is Dracula.
He slowly lowers these people onto
Stakes.
yeah, and just lets them die. It's fucking brutal. But
He killed
anyway,
his own son.
did he really?
Yep.
My wife said that they did a reimagining, but Vlad the Impaler was a female. She says it's a really good book. I don't know where that came from.
Oh, it's a book.
Mhm.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, she said it was really good.
But yeah, so we lose 2 of our band members as soon as they try to make a run for
Right.
it.
Oh, we forgot to tell the singer they got some duct tape and
Yeah,
duct
they
tape
found
his whole
duct
arm.
tape in the heroin factory.
Right.
And Tiger tapes him up before they make. She's got a glass and he's got a knife and he's got the metal rod and shit like that.
Yeah, everyone's got their weapon. Well, so the blonde girl's got the box
Yeah, she's got the box cutter, and she goes to hand him a weapon. The guitar player goes to hand him a weapon, and he's like, "No, I'm just gonna run."
Yeah,
Like he's just fucking lost so much blood, fucking poor arm.
yeah.
Anyways, and then the drummer and all them get killed, and then they go back to the room.
They go back to the room because they don't have any other options. So they have to like reevaluate. And I love the story that he tells her is before they started, he was telling a paintball story, but they cut him off so he didn't get to finish his story. And they're like on their last like leg, they're about to die, and they realize it. She's like, I really want to hear the end of that story.
The little girl dies first. The guitar player, she dies first.
Oh right. Well, because they go outside with the.
She gets fucking. She gets fucking lit up.
Oh right, because they send old boy in. One of the guys, he was sitting in the car, and they're like, "Go ahead and finish this." He goes in, and and they realize there's some kind of like clusterfuck of, because he was gonna leave with the girl that got stabbed in the head, right?
Right. Yeah.
They were just gonna take off, and they were gonna leave the whole organization.
Because they had a bunch of shit in his trunk.
Right.
Because it was the only car left there.
Yeah. So he goes inside. He realizes that they killed his girlfriend, and he's like, "Well, fuck these people.
I'm gonna help." And then they blow his fucking dome off.
Oh my god! Like
that was cool.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the more realistic gunshots I've seen in a fucking movie.
It really was, and that's one of the complaints I hear about movies and guns is like when you get shot, like the other side of you like blows out.
Yeah.
And that's what they do. They shoot him with a shotgun on one side, and the whole half of his face blows
fucking
out.
Meatloaf, son.
Right. And what he's doing is he's searching for a shotgun under the
Too late.
the
And
bar.
a big motherfucker it was the bartender.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking blows his shit off.
Right.
And well, that's when the singers had enough of that shit, and he fucking karate chops old boy in the throat with a fucking
machete.
Yeah, machete, and kills that dude. She gets the shotgun and she shoots the dog. Yeah, she shoots the fucking dog with the shotgun, and that was a pretty brutal scene too. When he's like, "I shot her up with meth, so she's got about another hour to live."
Yeah, talking about the dog.
Yeah, I want her to die with meat in her mouth.
Right. But yeah, because they go outside and they're already ready with their guns, and blonde girl gets tagged with a gunshot. Redheaded girl, bassist, doesn't get away. She gets or the guitarist.
Yeah, I think she
gets eaten by the dog.
Was it the dog? I thought it was.
Because she shoots at the dog but kind of misses him.
Right.
And then the dog just tears her apart. But that's one of the ones he didn't show, which I'm not sure why.
Right.
Which I was kind of disappointed. Like, I mean, if you're going to be a gory movie, like, be all out.
And then when they go outside and they're like, "We got enough bodies for the forensics, so just
do whatever to
you just kill them, get it over with."
All right.
And the blonde girl gets hit in the leg, and they go back in, and that's when they're sitting on the couch, and he finishes telling this paintball story.
Right. And I love this story because he said that they were missing a few teammates, and they go up against some actual Marines, people that have actually been in Iraq, and they're just lighting them up. They like,
yeah, he's like, they played with us like we were children.
Mm-hmm. He's like, they had
flanking.
They had
signals.
They had no casualties on their team. He's like,
and he inspires her so much that she's just like, "Let's pretend," and then they get ready or whatever.
Wait, well, what is she inspired with? He says that the guy on his teammate was so sick of losing that whenever that they said go, he just ran to the other side of the team and just lit all of them up before they even had
he didn't stop screaming and shooting until he took out every one of them.
Right. I love that story. It was such a cool little story. And
it was
paintball.
It was, and like he sold it, man. That's great fucking acting. That's why I said it was so sad watching this too, because I was like, if they fucking kill him in this movie, like I'm gonna be so upset.
I kind of liked it. I didn't notice this the first time around, but he's the first one that gets like mutilated, but he's the one that makes it, because you're like, oh, old boy's down. He's done.
He was a really talented actor.
Right. They both were. Him and the blonde girl did a really good job.
Yeah.
So he tells this story, and she gets like, let's pretend. So they paint their face like fucking Commando, and they set up this whole ordeal with. There's two neo-Nazis left, two red shoelace people, red lace guys.
Yeah, because the other ones have went to stage the crime scene.
Right.
They're going to make it look like they were siphoning gas, because they actually have a scene where they ride a bicycle that they got in the back of their van to a bowling alley or an ice rink or something shit like that. They siphon gas out of people's cars so they can get their car to the gas station or to the gig.
Did you ever know anybody to do that?
Siphon gas? I mean, I've heard of people telling me they've done it. I've never witnessed somebody doing it.
Oh, yeah, I've never witnessed. But I knew this guy that rode around on a motorcycle, and he only got his gas from siphoning from other people's gas.
What a piece of shit! It's like It's like $8 to fill a motorcycle,
right? And it
gas.
lasts for like 10 years.
It's like almost driving a Prius. Like, what a dick, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny though. But so yeah, they got a couple of the bodies and shit laying around, and they like set up a little trap, and
Yeah, because they're like, either we die or we like try to do something.
right,
So
like, I'm tired of waiting and shit. Or,
Yeah,
let's
so
be
they-
like your friend or whatever.
right.
So they get all ready and they come in and they think they're down in the hole. Oh, because they come in and old boys put the Nazi jacket on and shit, and he's like, didn't she shave his head?
Yeah, they both shaved their head to get into like character or whatever. Not
Okay.
neo-Nazi character, but like
He was
war
like, I am
character.
Odin.
Yeah, hear me roar or whatever, and he's slapping the fucking machete on everything, just like because what he's doing is trying to divert their attention from her because she's hiding in the couch, and she busts out, cuts the dude's neck wide open.
It's that fucking like,
This girl is so ruthless.
She literally saved the day, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I just like she's so like either I do this or I'm gonna die.
well,
So,
it was the crazy thing about it is her friend was the one that wanted out, and I don't know if she knew her plan
hmm
or what, because at first she gives him nothing. Like, you just think she's gonna be some. That's honestly what I thought when I first saw her. I was like, she's gonna be just some dumb bitch that gets killed, like one of the first people to die,
yeah.
and then she stole the movie.
Mhm.
Like, honestly.
She did, even with that stupid wig.
So she cuts old boy's throat. He already tossed the shotgun. They got a shotgun with like 3 fucking shells. And she heard that. So she keeps dropping the people she killed, hanging them over the hole, thinking it's her, so he'll waste a shot.
Yeah,
he's like,
exactly.
nice try.
It was a really smart tactical move. But yeah, he's wasting his shots, and finally,
Well, old boy, man, they've been in this room for God knows how long now. Good bit of time. And he's also his fucking arm's about to be amputated because it's so fucking messed up.
I know when he drops down in the hole, like the way his arm is just kind of like
Just flopping off,
flopping
dude.
around.
Like
I
it's
was
barely attached.
Fuck that.
And then when he's having to hold the shotgun close to him so the dude can't shoot him with it, it's like you can literally see that he's using every bit of strength he has to
Left.
keep that fucking barrel right
Yeah.
here. You know what I mean? And I thought
Mhm.
that was a great scene.
It was really, really good because
And
that's
she finally fucking gets a gun. The guy had a gun in his pocket. The other one she killed.
well, yeah, because she had a clip and
That's right.
she took the clip out of it just to like taunt him a little bit. But she gets the gun, she gets the clip, pop, pop.
She did that shit so fucking gangster. She shot him in the
Clean as
neck and then the
fuck.
fucking head. Like,
Like she's been practicing
double
that
tap.
shit.
Dude, like, she's been doing it her whole life. And that's what I loved about her character, because the movie, and she goes from not doing much to crying and shit, and like you said, she becomes like she's not giving any information, and then slowly, when she knows that they're gonna die if she doesn't help or do
Mhm.
something, she's like, I grew up around here my whole life. I know all these people. She's like, it's a fucking problem around here.
hmm
And then like she knew a lot of inside shit about them that like helped them.
Right.
But they finally kill both of them, or she kills both of them. And the only person left is the guy that got his red laces handed to him, the guy that
He's
set
cleaning
everything up.
Yeah, he's cleaning the whole
yeah,
building.
he's hitting bleach on everything.
Yep.
And they take him out in the woods like they're going to kill him. And they tell him, where's he at? And she asked him, she goes, do you want to go get help, or do you want to go kill these people?
He's like, I'll go call the cops. I promise.
Yeah, like
Which-
he just completely was like, fuck these people. Because I think he was going to kill the other guy. I think Patrick Stewart was going to kill the guy with the dogs.
You think so?
I think that's what it was. He was like, I'm going to, and make sure we take care of so-and-so. And he's like, really? He's been good to us or whatever. And he's like, you don't want to take a chance, do you?
I might have missed over that,
I
but
might have missed it too. But it sounded like they were going to have one more person. And that's what made him think, like, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Like, I'm going to help these kids. So he goes and calls the cops, which, of
well, he
course-
goes away. He
Yeah,
doesn't call the
you don't
cops.
see him at that
He's
time, my
wandering
bad.
around the woods.
Yeah.
So they come up to where they're setting up the crime scene, where it looks like they're siphoning gas and they're protecting their like trespassing or whatever. And I love this scene so much. They have a neo-Nazi guy, and then they have Patrick Stewart. They're holding him at gunpoint, And Patrick Stewart is just like, I have two choices. Either I go to jail or I die. So he just fucking gangster ass turns around and walks away
And
like
pulls that fucking gun out. Like, you almost can't even tell if he pulled the gun out or not.
right.
And when he turns around, he gets fucking popped. I think it's like, I forget where the first bullet hits. I think it's in his neck or some
well,
shit.
one hits him in the back, and then one of them
That's
hits
right.
him in his like
Shoots him in the back,
hamstring.
turns around. Oh no, they shot him in the fucking right in the knee.
Right.
Right behind the knee. And then he gets hit in the fucking dome. And
Yeah, because he turns around to shoot them, and that's when they pop him in the head. He misses and hits the truck, but I love that scene. They pop him in the head, and he's like bleeding out like a stream of blood.
that was another cool part when she shot him in the head, and she's like picking him up off the ground. You just see that shit just fucking splurting off his dome. But yeah, he didn't waste a fucking penny on the gore and this shit. Like it was all well done.
This is what he's like. He's been like living his whole life with special effects, like gore special effects, and he finally gets to show it off. He also shows it off a little bit in Blue Ruin.
Not one moment that I think like, oh, that was cheesy, that didn't look good, or that didn't, you know what I mean? Like everything was done correctly.
Right.
And yeah, that was great. They kill him, and then I love right before they decide to shoot them, because he shoots the dude with the dogs first.
Yeah.
And then I thought that was a shitty part, but like it was a shitty thing because he fought the dogs and did all this bad shit. But like the dog walked like 4 fucking miles.
Just to die beside him.
Just to die by his side. And that's how great dogs are, because they are that loyal. You know what I mean?
Really, though.
I know you're looking at me like I was a fucking monster because I said it wasn't the worst thing that Michael Vick did. Not to bring that back up, but just to let you know, I'm not a fucking monster. I love animals too. Like, it's not that bad. But yes, I thought that was a beautiful, shitty moment. You know what I mean? Like terrible Nazi, but the dog going through all that just to die by its master just proves how great dogs are.
Right.
But yeah, so they're just sitting there, and the whole thing when they're doing the interview at the beginning of the movie with the punk kid that sends them here, and when they're like thinking they're about to die, they do it a couple times. So like, favorite band, favorite desert.
Well, he's doing an interview, and he's like, "This is one thing that I always do. Like, what's your
desert island?
Desert Island band."
And then like the singer's like Misfits, and the other dude names like 5 bands, and then she names a couple. And
yeah,
he can't think of a fucking band the whole time.
He's like, if I pick back Black Sabbath, can I get
Yeah,
Dio?
he's like, can I get Ozzy and Dio? He's
right.
like,
no caveats.
No caveats. I just asked the band.
Right. So then in the middle of the episode, in the middle of the movie, they're about to go out into the fucking bullshit that they're about to encounter. He's like, all right, desert band, island desert band or whatever, and it plays a part. But at the end of the movie,
no, I love the part right before they all get fucking killed, because they're all just like honest about it. Like their guilty pleasure. He's like fucking Britney Spears, and the girl, the Nazi girl, she goes fucking Britney Spears and Metallica.
No, he goes
Slayer.
She goes Madonna and Slayer.
Madonna and Slayer.
I was like, man, that's a fucking good
duo
combo.
right
Yeah, that's
there.
a good combo.
But
no, they're fucking with him whenever he can't answer because he won't give up a band. He's like Britney Spears. But the sad part is I would probably take Britney Spears.
Really?
Are you judging me?
Take her actual body with you to the island. I get that. Like her music, though, I think I'd rather listen to 2 seagulls fucking. Like,
I grew up on Britney Spears.
Yeah, I was around. Like,
I had Britney Spears albums.
Yeah, my sister
I had her
did.
fucking calendar.
Yeah, my sister did.
Yeah, I was obsessed with Britney Spears.
She
I
even
had
saw that shitty movie she was in.
Crossroads.
That was it. That was it, dude. You fucking saw it, didn't you?
I've actually never seen that, but I was obsessed with like Britney Spears when I was in my early.
I was cleaning that movie theater back in the day when I was a kid, and that movie came out. It was
Oh,
only
really?
in the movies for like 3 days.
Was it
That's
really?
how shitty it was. They just got it out of there.
I heard it wasn't great, and I'm just like,
I walked in at the end because I would start getting the trash cans ready and shit, and I heard Britney try to act. It was hilarious. She's like, I love you, mama. I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. And I walked out like,
fuck you, I love Britney Spears.
even at 12, I was like, yeah, I know a good movie and not like. I don't know why I'm shitting on Britney Spears. So
I know,
much
right?
now,
Like,
who
take that shit
cares, bro? It's
back.
Britney Spears. She hasn't been relevant in a while.
She's still relevant in Las Vegas. She's cleaning up.
Oh,
in
she's
Las
still
Vegas.
making bank. Like, I'm not hating on her for making money, but I just don't care about her.
So anyway, the reason we're bringing this up is because at the end of the movie, he's
like, I finally know who my desert island band is. And she's like, who gives a fuck? And he goes black screen.
Credits.
It's amazing, man. Like, it's the best way you can end the movie. Oh, but before all that, before they do that little bit right there, it goes to the house where the dude that killed him and the band was, and she's there's another person dead on the couch for like OD'd, and then the guy that killed her is like sitting there with like some soggy ass like cereal. He's been there for hours. And he's just like, like he's all fucked up, but like he didn't die. And that's what pissed me off about this movie.
Oh, I see. You brought
it back. Yeah, I told you I was going to bring it home, bro. And that's what pissed me off about this movie. Like, he should have fucking died brutal as fuck. He should have had the most brutal death of all of them.
Yeah, he's the one that got away.
Yeah, and like he just was like pure fucking evil. I've never hated a character more after such short amount of screen time, like other than like Jar Jar Binks and Jack and Jill.
Oh my God, I have not seen that movie.
Yeah, save yourself, bro.
I've heard bad, not great things.
Yeah, I took one for the team that day. It was the fucking worst movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, I heard.
Very close. I'd almost watched nothing before watching that again.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
As much as you hated that movie.
Yeah, I did. Pacino had like one funny part in that movie. That's the only thing that I could take away from it, that I wasn't like wanted to kill myself.
So.
But yeah. What am I rating in this movie?
Did you like this movie?
Did I like this movie? I did like it, bro.
Okay, because Kendra was curious. She's like, I wonder if Nick's going to like this. I'm like, he's either going to think it's like too much.
It was well done. It was well done, man. And yeah, I thought the acting was on point. Like I said, it wasn't even like it was bad. Like, I know he still did a great job, but it was just kind of silly because like he's British and he's just trying to play like a backwoods neo-Nazi leader.
It was a little off-putting the first time, but when you watch it the second time, like a year later, it'll...
Compared to how he normally talks as like Professor X and shit, like he wasn't like really bringing home the British, but like you could tell he can't hide that shit. Like, I don't know. But I thought the movie was well made, and if I'm gonna rate it, I'm gonna give it a 7.9.
7? What?
Yeah, it's not quite an 8, bro. Like, it's not like a great movie to me, but like I enjoyed it. I was watching it again.
I love this movie. I adore it because I'm really into thrillers. I love movies that keep me on the edge of my seat the whole time. And even the second time around, even though I knew it was going to happen, still on the edge of my seat. Like, this guy is such a great director. It
didn't drag. It didn't at any point. Like, it flows well. Like, it's like you said, it keeps you suspense. It keeps you ready.
You know what I love about Blue? I mentioned I watched Blue Ruin. I actually did a double feature today. I watched Green Room, and I'm like, you know what? I got some time on my hands because you already told me you were going to be over today. I'm like, let me watch Blue Ruin just because I've been wanting to watch it for so long.
Right.
And I liked it just as much as I love this movie. It's a revenge story. This guy's parents get killed, so he takes revenge on this family. Almost no dialogue in this whole movie until like the end. The past like 20 minutes has a few like dialogue parts, but other than that, it's this dude just like walking around, and it's super tense.
That's awesome.
I really liked it a lot. I highly recommend it. This guy is like filmography. There was another movie that came out with, I forgot the name of it, but I heard it wasn't great, but I'm gonna watch it anyway because
this guy did it.
Yeah, this guy did it. And I really enjoy his style.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Me, like, my rating is, I highly recommend this. I recommend this as like, it's a good like slasher film. You know, doesn't have that main slasher, but it has that like gore.
It's like the gore is there for a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the suspense is there for a thriller. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Hold the Dark. Came out in 2018, and I heard it's kind of like boring.
I feel like I've heard about it.
I'm sure you have. I heard it's not great, but I want to check it out anyway because I like this guy's work. After the death of 3 children suspected to be killed by wolves, writer Russell Core is hired by the mother of a missing 6-year-old boy to track down and locate her son in the Alaskan wilderness.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen the preview or something for that.
Yeah, but I'm going to check it out.
You want to know what your next movie is going to be?
Yeah, I've been dying to know, actually.
This is a great one because I haven't seen this one either.
You haven't seen it?
No, but I know
is this
you
a
have.
first?
Yeah, and I know you have Amazon Prime, so I know you got it. We're gonna watch Crawl.
I'm sorry?
Crawl.
Crawl?
Yeah.
Oh, Crawl.
Yeah.
CRAWL.
Crawl. 2016 or whatever.
You just want to torture me with fucking alligators, huh?
I do, man. I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I haven't seen this, and like I was just like, it doesn't matter how many times you see a fucking alligator pop out of the water, you shit yourself every time. So like I was like, yeah, let's both enjoy that.
God damn it.
Yeah, let's both enjoy that.
By the way, if nobody knows, my like biggest fear is fucking alligators.
Oh crikey, this shit's about to be awesome.
I
Can't
fucking
wait.
hate alligators. Like
I almost want to come over and watch it with you, bro, just so I can see your fucking face when they come out. Like it's
not that bad. It's just more so like I don't know, because my dad, the Gator Jungle,
Right.
he worked there, and he would teach me what these alligators could do. He's like, and he
Oh yeah, dude, this is gonna like some childhood trauma shit for you, bro. This is
Yeah.
gonna be great.
he would take a piece of meat, throw it in between two alligators, and they would both just death roll this fucking piece of chicken apart, and it's just like,
I almost picked Lake Placid,
uh-huh.
but I was like, I've seen that movie a million times,
Right.
and I was just like,
I actively avoid alligator movies.
I've seen every alligator movie they've ever made.
Have
dude.
you?
I have, bro, including Crocodile Dundee. Like,
Yeah.
that's not
It's
how it goes,
what
too.
were we watching? Hatchet, and the crocodile just like swims away. I'm like, it wouldn't fucking do that. It would run and chase you throughout the whole fucking.
The people
swamp.
don't realize how fast fucking alligators are, and crocodiles, all them. Like,
Right, you can't run in a straight line because they'll outrun you.
Yeah, I don't know about the turpentine shit either, bro.
But-
I feel like I'm just turning and dipping. Phew. You know what I mean? That motherfucker's
What
gonna have
you-
to earn that meal.
By the way, if you ever come into contact with an alligator, I'm so afraid of them, I know what to do. Take your shirt off and throw it over their face.
That's what you do?
That's what you do because they don't know how to get it off. They'll just sit there.
I cut away to you in this terrible situation. You throw the shirt and the alligator just completely shakes it and just grabs the shit out of your leg. Don't worry, everybody. I know what to do. My dad worked in an alligator farm. They're trained alligators. They're not wild alligators.
Or as I'm throwing it, the wind blows it and it just completely misses.
That would be the greatest scene in any movie. Holy shit. Oh, I want to fucking raise the money just to make this scene, bro. We don't even have to do a movie. It can literally just be a fucking skit. I want to make this happen, bro. Oh my god. That's fucking hilarious. Yes, Crawl next week.
All right. Well, I guess it's Crawl then.
Yes.
You're an asshole.
Yes, it's going to be great, man.
Till then.
Later, y'all.